tears. I saw the tears of the oppressed. I saw the tears of the oppressed. Tears of the oppressed. Let me see. Let me pull up some things about that. Bear with me. I can't play certain videos because I don't want to get in trouble. But bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. So we'll just go through it gradually. Um, not that. Not that. You know. I might get in trouble for it, but
The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Housing advocates are calling on the Biden administration to address the soaring cost of rent with the same level of dedication he's shown to reducing gas prices. This comes as a new report shows evictions are spiking.
reducing gas prices. We already know gas price. Like, come on, gas price ain't even depends on where you are, but it's still high up. The price is still like extremely high. So gas price it ain't changed from you know. Biden ain't made no difference from when Trump was in office. You know, so he Biden turned the gas price up, and he's brought it down a little bit lower, to lower the pressure on us. We're getting closer to the election, and now we feel like he did something. He ain't did nothing yet. No.
As rental protections disappear. A coalition of hundreds of tenant unions and housing activists call the situation a national emergency as rental costs rise at the fastest pace in 3 decades. This is Ani Thompson, an organizer with Faith in the Valley in Stockton, California, who's in Washington, D.C. this week as a tenant delegate with the Homes Guarantee Campaign. He spoke to Democracy Now! After meeting with Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Sandra Thompson.
I experienced my rent going from $1,500 to $1,700 in 1 year. And the thing is that with paying $1,500, that was already high, but to hike it up from $1,500 to $1,700, I felt like was ridiculous. When it comes to a 10% rent hike, like it actually, like I said, it does have a big difference, or it does mean a big difference for a lot of folks in California.
Fair view purposes, please. Don't flag me. Don't harm me. I'm just you know spreading the word.
Like in my own personal situation, that 10% rent hike meant a $200 difference in my rent. And that within itself meant that I was not able to, fix my car when it needed maintenance due to having to forfeit that 200 every month to rent. And then it also meant, getting in a cycle of overdrafting my account and inquiring fees and then paying it off when I got paid. But then because I paid that money to those fees, now I have to overdraft my account again so that I can cover my bills. And then I have the fees again, and then I have to pay it off when I get paid again. And then it's just this vicious cycle that starts up, and it almost seems like it has no end. I think that it's no-brainer that rent prices are definitely tied to inflation, right? And that for them to not include it is kind of like disheartening, but that this housing crisis issue, is not going to go anywhere, and that they cannot continue to ignore it. And further, or prolonging addressing it is only going to make it worse for American citizens.
That's tenant delegate Zani Thompson, part of the Homes Guarantee.
Okay. So you heard that, brother. You heard what he had to say. We just gonna scroll through. You know, 500 families face eviction. We'll scroll through these. Scroll through this. I ain't gonna play. I ain't trying to get in trouble playing these videos and stuff like that. Uh, let's see. Facing eviction. You know. Uh, Wall Street landlords planning mass eviction. Um, let me see. Shit, you're right. Help for those facing eviction continues with 20 million in grants. Like, really, you have to qualify. By the time you qualify for it, before you even qualify for it, you already evicted. You have to go through so many hoops, so many. You gotta qualify for it. So what's the qualification? Anyways, day after county eviction ban expired, San Diego tenant forced out. You know, these Americans, landlord threatens eviction, sparks battle with tenants during, you know, uh, you get the point. You get the point. All right, eviction, eviction, eviction. Prices of everything's going up. Let's see what else. Let's check this out. Um, let's see. So this tracking protests against food prices. People take to the streets across the globe. So this is across the world. We know we have one governmental system that rule the world. We have United States of America that rule the world. Great Britain, you know, America's mother, that have their claws and have their paws over the world. But your U.S. dollars is everywhere and runs the world. So whatever country, whatever nation, you have to go through the U.S. dollars to make sure that you buy or sell. If you don't, you can't buy or sell without going through the U.S. dollars, and that's for sure. And that's why, China and Russia going through this battle right now with America and all the other nations trying to break away from the U.S. dollars. So tracking protests against food prices, people take to the street across the globe. You know what's going on with that. Let's see what else. Yeah. Uh, Rising inflation triggers protests worldwide. So you have the people fed up. The people fed up and they are protesting. They are like tired of the government, tired of the oppressors oppressing them. They're tired of the oppressors oppressing them. Tired of the oppressors oppressing them, and they've had enough, and they are protesting. Protesting. Some might be rioting, but they're protesting because they're tired of the oppressor oppressing them. So that's so you see all these protests going on across the globe. Uh, you know, great inflation, uh, global economic crisis. A crisis explodes. Global economic crisis explodes. You got that? Uh, rising inflation sparks. Rising inflation sparks protests around the world. You got that? Uh, okay. All right. So you get the point. You get the point. You get the point. The people fed up. People fed up. People fed up. They are fed up with the governmental system of the world. They are fed up with how the government treating them. You know, don't give a damn about them. Wherever you go, America's government is in charge of the government of the world. America is the superpower of the world right now. I know China and Russia trying to take that apart, but right now America, the dollar, the U.S. dollars, has been the superpower of the world forever. In our modern days, currency, the U.S. dollar is the superpower. And any nation, any country, any place, any place, anybody, period, that don't agree with it and don't want to abide by it, you are getting taken down, like Gaddafi did in Libya. Like any other country that tried to go away from the U.S. dollar, the U.S. banking system, you are getting taken down by all means necessary. So all right. So now look at this. Biden asked Congress for 33 billion in new Ukraine aid. Okay. Biden. So hold on, let me see. 4 months ago, uh, 5 months ago, Biden, President Biden, pleased $1 billion in humanitarian assistance to Ukraine. 5 months ago. Yeah, that's a 4 months ago right there. Oh, so yeah, 3 months ago also, in the Senate passes new $40 billion aid bill sent to Biden. That's for Ukraine. That went to Ukraine 5 months ago. So Biden signed spending bill with $13.6 billion in Ukraine aid. Okay. All right. So 4 months ago, we'll skip that. We'll skip that. Okay, I'm trying to give them credit for what they do credit for. There's another $1 billion bill. President Biden, U.S. will commit more than $1 billion to aid Ukraine's humanitarian crisis. Okay. Biden seeks billions for Ukrainian aid. Okay. So you tell me, like, I mean, who's paying for all that? You think Biden's paying that out of his pocket? You think the elite is paying that out of their pocket? You think Trump is paying that out of his pocket? You think Obama's paying that out of his pocket? You think Nancy Pelosi is paying that out of her pocket? You think Congress is paying that out of their pockets? You think who else? Bill Gates? You think they paying? You think Fauci, Fauci? You know that evil doctor Fauci. You think he's paying that out of his pocket? You think so? No, they're not. Who's paying that out of their pockets? The U.S. taxpayers. The U.S. taxpayers. U.S. citizens taxpayers are paying that out of their pockets. And guess what? What do they get back? Nothing. What they get back? Lies. All the weapons been shipped out. All U.S. inventory stocks of weapons been shipped out to Ukraine. So if the America was to get attacked by any nation, America don't have no weapon to fight back. America don't have no money to fight back because everything been shipped out to Ukraine. So you tell me, you think, like, are they for the people, about the people, or are they by the people? No, they're not about the people. They ain't for the people. They ain't about the people. They don't care about the people. They don't care about you. You know, if you think they do, and you think that, I can vote Trump or vote Biden, and shit gonna change, man, you need to get slapped. You need to get slapped. You need to, like, pass me the baby powder so I can slap the mess out of you. You need to wake up. Wake up. Two wings of the same bird. A bird has a left wing, right wing. That bird gonna fly wherever it wants to fly. You can't say, I'm with the left wing of that bird. I'm with the left wing of the eagle. And then the other person like, I'm with the right wing. I'm for the right wing of the eagle. But guess what? When that eagle ready to take off and fly, that eagle gonna go wherever it wants to go, or wherever it's been programmed to go. And you hear you dummies and shit. Excuse my language. You dummies and going to the polls and voting and stuff like that. You being hypnotized and being, controlled by a spell, magical spell, by Satan to make you think that you're doing something to change your lives, your livelihood, make you change that you're doing something, make you think that you're changing something for your family and for your future. You don't understand. Satan don't have no plan for you but to destroy you, kill you if possible. If God allowed him to kill the whole entire earth, he will wipe out the whole entire earth. Why you think over plus $70 billion has been invested into weapons sent to Ukraine? And Satan want to arm all the nations, NATO, 30 plus countries, all nuked up, missiles up. You know, Biden getting ready to send, $1.1 billion weapons to Taiwan. Why Satan keep trying to arm all these nations, and arm everybody and get everybody up? Russia got their nukes up, China got their nukes up, missiles up, North Korea got their missiles up, Japan got their missiles up, everybody got their missiles up, and Satan, ready to arm Taiwan with missiles and everything else they need in weapon. $1.1 billion. All right, we get into it. That's a lot of power. It says Satan is the god of this world. He ruled this world, and he's running this world. But his time is up. He know his time is up, so he's desperate right now, and that's why he's arming up all his nations that he ruled, getting them. And the thing is, people think that Satan's racist. No, Satan is not racist. Satan don't care about black, white, brown, green. Don't care about. Satan's not racist. Satan's mission is to murder all human beings, black, white, whoever. As long as God allow it to happen, he will do that. He don't care. He will murder every single human being. And trust me, that's including you, including me. The rich at the top, they don't care. They are influenced by Satan. Their power is given to them by Satan. Their weapons and authority that they have over us is given to them by Satan. So when Satan pull his string, the puppet master pull the string, they are ready to go. Murder, create wars, bloodshed. That's why you have a plane strike can go and blast next door in the Middle East and kill babies, and you don't hear nothing about that on the news. Satan instigates arguments and war to destroy human beings. Technology was created by Satan to destroy human beings, and we think that it's for our convenience and for our benefits. You've been deceived. You better go read some books and read the scriptures, But the oppressors, they are the oppressors. They oppress us and put us through hell. They have great power. Power given to them by Satan to rule this world and oppress us, suppress us, and keep us down, step on us, and keep us as slaves and shackles and chains to their systems. And Satan come to steal, kill, and destroy. Satan's native tongue is a lie. He never tells the truth. So all his demons are breed by him to never tell the truth. The news reporters, the news medias, the politicians, the presidents, the leaders of the world, they're all liars. So why are you gonna believe them? Why would you believe them? You don't woke up yet? You still dumb? You still dumb down? Come on. You don't woke up yet? You still slow? You better wake up, man. Come on, stop playing. You better wake up, girl. But want to change everything. Everything that God created in his image, they want to change. Man wants to be, want to change boys to girls, girls to boys. Spend money on that, but can't spend money on giving the people clean water to drink. In Jackson, Mississippi. Can't spend money on lowering the gas bill, rent bill, food bill, every bill. Can't spend money on that, but spent $70+ billion on weapons. Sent all that to Ukraine. And we say here, these are the people we voted for. So you vote Satan in. Don't be surprised when Satan come to give you, what you asked for. All this crazy stuff, man. So yeah, all right, that's enough of that. Let's go to the scriptures now. Hold up, man. Uh, yeah, let's go to the scriptures here. Let's go to the scriptures. Let's get that in. Let's get some precepts in, man. Cause I'm tired of this stuff. People can't even get clean water to drink in Mississippi, and it's mostly black folks. 85% black folks in Jackson, Mississippi. 85% black folks. Every time new diseases come out, it's targeted towards black folks, black and brown folks. You know, when they come up with new poisons to inject in people's bodies, it's targeted towards black and brown folks first. Experimental, everything that's detrimental to black and brown folks. They always suggest us first to be the one to experiment. So let's go to this, man. Let's get into this, cause I ain't trying to get started, cause so all right. So look at this. I saw. Oh, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 4. We're gonna read verse 1 to 2. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1 to 2. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1 to 2. Okay. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no comforter. Power was on the side of their oppressors. So, saying I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they had no comforter. But the oppressors, they had power. They had power. They had power. Meaning that, what we just looked over. Power to pass bills. Powers to pass billions of dollars. Powers to change the life of the poor people at the bottom. Power to change give the people clean water to drink. Power to lower gas price. Power to lower rent price. Power to give jobs that will pay sufficient amount for people to live and feed their family and save for the future. They have power to prevent wars. They have power to now invest billions of dollars and trillions of dollars into war that's going to kill millions of people and cause bloodshed. They have power. So I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no comforter. Power was on the side of the oppressors, and they have no comforter. And they have no comforter. So here, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1, you know, the oppressed have no comforter. The oppressed have no comforter. But power was on the side of the oppressors. And I declared, should I read it? Yeah, well, I'll read it, but, ain't the point I'm trying to make right now. And I declared that the dead who had already died are happier than the living who are still alive. And I declared that the dead who are already dead, who had already died, are happier than the living who are still alive. And I declared that the dead who had already died are happier than the living who are still alive. So, you like those who already passed, those who already gone, you know, they are happier than those who are alive. I mean, think about it, unless the elite, those who have money, those who have the power that run in the world and have everything, they ain't got to worry about nothing. But, majority of those who are at the bottom, the oppressed, how many oppressed right now are happy? How many oppressed are like really happy, like oh, I'm glad to be alive. Well, we thank God for everything, but we give glory to the Most High. But like out of our circumstances, we give glory to the Most High. Even in our circumstances, we still give glory to the Most High, regardless of what we're in and what captivity and bondage we're living in, and slavery we're living in. But still, that's not what we prefer. We prefer to be free of tax, free of high prices, in the grocery stores and gas stations and rent and everywhere, hospital everywhere, medications everywhere. We desire to be free, free. It say he who the sun sets free is free indeed. We want to be free. You know, the earth was given to us to be free. You know, we there, there was a point in time where it wasn't grocery stores. You know, you plant your own tomatoes, plant your own cucumbers, plant your own rice, plant your own, greens. You go and cut that off, plant that, replant that. You did that naturally. Freedom of having to pay for that. You had land that belonged to you. That was your land. You own that. You didn't have to pay taxes on it. You didn't have to purchase it. You didn't have to pay fees, and you didn't have to be told what to do and what not to do with it. You know, we knew how to live. We knew how to live. It was civilization before this modern lifestyle that we are accustomed to and been, you know, forced into. But now we don't have that authority to just, unless you have money to buy land and, plant things. But now you can't even plant things because, everything's messed up. All the food in the grocery stores being being injected with chemicals, and everything has been designed for our detriment. So Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no comforter. Power was on the side of the oppressors, and they have no comforter. And I declare that the dead who are already died are happier than the living who are still alive. So, like the dead, those who die, like we cry when people die and stuff like that. Like we should be happy for them. Like, hey, yeah, man, we should we should be jealous of them. Like, you know what, man? Hey, man, I'm happy for you, man. Hey, you dead and stuff. Hey, you don't go to no funeral crying and stuff like that. Go to funeral rejoicing. Like, hey, man, you finally get the rest. You finally in peace, man. You ain't got to worry about this nonsense anymore. Like, we should go to funerals. Like, yo, you know what? Guess what? I'm happy for you. Like, not crying. Like, we should go to funerals celebrating. Like, throwing a party. Like, yeah, you know what? Let's celebrate this. We finally get the rest. Birthdays. Like, why we have birthdays? Being born into what? Born into slavery. No, Satan give us birthdays to track us, to make sure that he track us and have us in his grip. Cause we was born before we came into the world. We was born in the heavens by the Most High. In the spiritual, we was born first. God knew us before the beginning before the foundation of this world. God knew us. He called us. So we were already born ahead of time. So we, sit and give us a birthday and says, well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Bow. Yeah, you born now. Hey, now I can track you now. Satan has a mark on you. Come on now. We already been born in the spiritual, in the Most High. In the Most High. We was born in Him. So we got to go back to Him. We have to repent and go back to Him. We have to, we're ambassadors passing through this world. We can't be consumed by this world. But I tell you one thing, the Most High, He hears the cries of His people, see the tears of His people, the oppressed. And He knows that the oppressors have power that was given to them by Satan. But I'm telling you right now, we're in the end times right now, and that power of Satan is being destroyed. Satan knows his time is short. Satan knows that his time is short, and he knows that he already used up all his time. So he's desperate to create, whatever diseases in the labs, whatever poison to inject into your body, deleting babies, promoting same sex gender for already happened with the adults, but now promoting it with the babies and kids. Maps, You know, uh, what's it called? Was it minor attractive persons? Whatever maps. You know, like the world learned how to sin by Satan. Satan taught us how to sin. Taught us what sin is. We was born into Satan's world of sin, and we learned that. We learned how to sin. You know, that's not who we are. That's not who we are. Satan has convinced us and lied to us and tricked us by all his policies that he put in place to make sure that, you know, everything that we do is total disobedient to the Most High and rebellious to the Most High, so that the Most High can cast us into hell, like how Satan and his fallen angels will be cast into hell. Hell was created not for man, it was created for Satan and his fallen angels. But God gave us choice. The Most High gave us choice to choose. You know, life and death. You know, you choose life. He gave us life and gave us, you know, as an open book. The Most High gave us an open book and give us the answer to the test and say, choose life. You know, choose life. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. You know, choose life. You know, Satan keep telling us to choose death. Keep telling us to choose death. You know, yeah, choose life. You know, yeah. So yeah, the book of Deuteronomy 30:19. The book of Deuteronomy 30:19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. So heaven and earth will be your judgment. You know, whatever you do on earth is done in heaven. You know, it's done in heaven. So it's like whatever we bound on earth is bound in heaven. Whatever we lose on earth is loose in heaven. Yeah, you know. So I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. So your words and actions and deeds and everything that you do is against you. Heaven and earth is watching it. That I have set before you life and death. So God saying that heaven and earth is my witness, that I set before you life and death. My heaven and earth is my witness against you. Life and death is set before you. Blessings and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. So choose life. Blessing and cursing. Heaven and earth is before you, against you. Now heaven and earth is against you. Heaven and earth, excuse my language. Now heaven and earth is against you. But heaven and earth is before you as a witness against you. That God has set life before us. Life or death before us. And heaven and earth is his witness. So blessing and curse. It's our choice. Therefore, choose life. So the open book to the test. Open book to the test. Choose life. He said, therefore, choose life. That both you and thy seed may live. That you and your seed can live. You and your generations can live. Choose life. So he gave us the choice, open book. And Satan is, teaching us every day to choose death. When we agree with same sex, that's death. When we agree with war, with murder and kill a bunch of people, that's death. When we agree with breaking the laws of the Most High, that's death. When we agree with celebrating Easter, that's death. Christmas, that's death. Thanksgiving, that's death. All these pagan holidays, that's death. So he's giving us the choice. Deuteronomy 30:19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, against us, that I have set before you, life and death. God saying heaven and earth is my witness. Life and death. Blessings and cursing. Blessings and cursing. So blessings and cursing. Like we could be blessed, we could be cursed. If we disobey God, we're cursed. Therefore, choose life. And he said, therefore, please, hey, here's the answer to the test. Please choose life. Choose me. Choose the Most High. Choose righteousness and holiness, and that's life. That both thou and thy seed may live, and you and your generations will live. You know. So I'm gonna finish it up with this. You know, hey, the oppressors have power, and you know, I'm gonna take it back a little bit, and we will. Let me see. Let me scroll through this just so it refresh your memory. You know, based on the scriptures we just read. Yep. Not that. Uh, yeah. You know, against food prices, tracking protests against food prices. People take to the streets across the globe. You know, come on now. You know, there shouldn't even be no Russian invasion. You know, it shouldn't be because who get Russia weapons? Who gave America weapons? Who gave all the whole entire world weapons? Satan. Satan. You know, he ruled the whole entire world. There's no leader, governmental system that's ruling this world that Satan didn't put in charge. Satan. What's his point? What's his place? To destroy mankind? And Satan don't discriminate. He don't care about what skin color you are. As long as you have blood breathing through you, and you're a human being, he's here to wipe you out. So like, come on, white, black, whatever. We all are gonna be facing the same thing against Satan. Detriment. Protests continue in Panama for the second week over the price rise. Yeah, look at that. You know. Yeah, that's that. We'll go back to what's the other thing? What's the other thing? Eviction. 2020. You know, got people can't. You know. Eviction. Protection for thousands of renters impacted by COVID to expire. Man, who started COVID in the first place? In his labs, diseases in his labs. Who started that? Fauci, Doctor Fauci. You know, now he won't retire. Man, please. You know, God gonna come judge you. You know, 500 family face eviction, and you know, you got it. Prepare for the eviction wave about to hit U.S. housing market. Yeah. You got it. Uh, yeah, you got that. So now you have that, and then you have this. You have this. What? Jackson, Mississippi. Uh, yeah, yeah. Uh, Jackson, Mississippi. Systemic problem behind the Jackson water. You know, Mississippi water crisis. You got that. You know, shit. Like, come on. And they put this brother on here on CNN. Like he's about to do anything and can't do anything. Please, he can't do nothing. He already been paid for a buffalo. Look at him, looking all sharp, ship up and everything. Looking all like he probably get ship up every single day. He wake up in the morning. He probably got a personal barber in his house. Like, you know what? Hey man, hey, I think I just grew a little hair over here. Can you sit that up? Like, come on. Like, seriously, man. Like, you not in the trenches with the people, man. Like, mayor. Hold on, you mayor who's to blame for the water? I'll blame you. Come on. If your house was to have a leak and start leaking out and things, dirty water gushing through and everything, you the mayor at the house, and you, who to blame? You. Like, come on. They put these people in place and make them make us think that they're for us and by us and about us, but they are not. Sit there, his shape up is like, I mean, man, he probably got shape up before he came on camera. Like, yeah, make sure I'm gonna see you then, make sure I look good. For his girlfriends and whoever. I know they probably married. I don't care if he married or not. But here, you, bro, you don't even look like you broke a sweat ever. You got people out there sitting out there starving and you know starving from clean water, thirsty from clean water, can't drink clean water, gotta can't cook, can't take proper shower, sitting over there shape up and everything. Want to go on CNN and stuff like he about to do something, he about something. Please, you been bought and paid for by Satan. Get out of here with that, Mayor. Man, please. Speaks on Mayor of Jackson, Mississippi speaks on water crisis. And that's our people, man. We get what we get because we vote for these people and we fall for the same old trick every time. They put these people before our faces and we just go for it. We just fall for it and think these people about us just because they look like us. Come on now, you crazy. You ain't woke up yet. Judas was next to Jesus. Judas carried the money bag for Jesus and he betrayed Jesus. Like, what do you think gonna happen? Sit here out Shopton and all these people, and then, it ain't about nothing, man. Like, come on. Look at that, Mostly black and brown people going through this. Thousands in Mississippi lack clean water, as governor says emergency repairs underway. Underway when? I'm sure you got clean water in your own house. I ain't trying to play CNN, but let me hear what this clown got to say, man.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Labor Day sale ever.
Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, man.
For this getting to this point?
Well, this is the accumulation of years and years of accumulated problems, challenges that we have been lifting up for the better part of 3 to 4 years. I've been saying that it's not a matter of if our system would fail, but when our system would fail. I can remember as far back as 1988 when my family moved to Jackson and the problems that we had with our water system at that time. And so it's been an underinvestment into this system. And I think that there's a little bit to be shared across the board through leadership on every level. And so we have to have a unified front that we're going to work together and make sure that these challenges are met. We've been going it alone. We've been investing every dollar we have, not only, as recently as an $8 million one pipe alone.
But I promise you, if you ask him right now, what's the water condition in your house right now, where you live, in your mansion right now, in your building right now, he would tell you that if he would tell the honest truth, his water is fine. House is fine. He ain't going through the same thing that those people going through right now. Now it sound, you gotta, like, these people are breed and trained to talk a certain way, to appeal to, relate and connect a certain way. They're all part of it. If you ask them right now, like, are you going through the same crisis those people going through right now in your house? Is your house flooded? Are you having water problem like everybody else? He's gonna tell you no. If he tells the truth, he's gonna tell you no. Okay. So sit there, man, he ain't going through nothing. Them people going through, been sitting there for years and stuff like they got employed, enjoying the checks. And ain't nothing changed, man. Ain't nothing changed. And then, throw his family in there, throw family history in there, and throw, it is historic. But what have you done since you've been there? Nothing. Because now, where are we? Where are those people right now? Nowhere. So the whole time you've been there, nothing has been done and been resolved. Just like every other black leaders that's put in place, every other black mayors that's put in place, black politicians that's put in place, including Obama, that's put in place. Nothing gets done for our people, black and brown people. So, I'm hold on, let me see, man.
To better serve South Jackson, which, not only has the challenge of being the furthest away from the water treatment facility, but to have insufficient sized pipes, I should say. to actually serve them and utilizing our system. We've been investing everywhere we could.
So he been knowing that stuff. They been knowing that stuff. He been knowing that stuff was coming. He just never did nothing about it. Just sit there, collect the paychecks and collect the checks and did nothing about it. So all that's going on. All this is going on. Black and brown people. Look at that. Black and brown people. You know, some white folks, few white folks. Hold up. This nigga every time, yo. Like, look at Shape Up. He wake up and look at them people in the background. All part of the reason why our people can't get free from this bondage and this captivity, this slavery. Look at them. They ain't about nothing. All part of a cult. All part of a fraternity. But hey, God gonna judge you. Yeah, watch. God coming for y'all. You'll watch this. You know. But then let's go to this right here, and I'm about to end it with this because I think this is long enough. Yeah. So Biden asks Congress for $33 billion in new Ukraine aid. President Biden pledges $1 billion in humanitarian assistance to Ukraine. Okay. President Biden calls for $33 billion in aid to Ukraine. Oh, man. Senate passes new $40 billion Ukraine aid bill sent to Biden. You know, Biden signs spending bill with $13.6 billion in Ukraine aid. You know, come on, man. Like, seriously. So look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. These are not, I mean, Ukraine, I'm sure ain't too many black folks in Ukraine. I'm sure it's not. But Jackson, Mississippi, 85% black folks. Ain't, no aid coming to them like this. Pipes ain't, the water pipes and pumps hasn't been changed for how long? Yeah. So you sit there and just think that this government is for the people, about the people, and by the people. What is it? Biden stumbled through $33 billion to Ukraine speech. Man, come on. Sit here, and keep sleeping, keep dreaming. Black folks, keep being dumb. Keep voting the same devils in place. Keep thinking that you have, a government that loves you. Not just America. America rules the government of the world. And the government of the world right now, the people ain't pleased about it. And that's why you have all these protests and all these riots and all these, going on because the people are fed up. The people are fed up. Let me see. And I'm about to end this, I'm sorry, y'all. I just gotta take it back. Well, protests, protests everywhere. Protests everywhere, and protests, some, meaningful protests, some, crazy protests, oh, no, no, thank you. Yeah, protests, so, and I'll finish it off with the scriptures. Let's finish it off with that, Yeah. So Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1 to 2. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no comforter. Powers on the side of the oppressors, and they have no comforter. And I declare that the dead, who had already died, are happier than the living. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no comforter. Powers on the side of the oppressors, and they have no comforter. And I declare that the dead, who had already died, are happier than the living. So there you go. Ecclesiastics chapter 4, verse 1 to 2. And that's my take on it. And God bless you.